What's going on, you guys? It's your boy Odyssey Senpai, and I'm here with another NBA 2K20 video. Today we got some big news from Ryan 2K. Over on his Twitter, he tweeted out a tweet earlier. Earlier on Twitter, he posted best gameplay yet. Read up hashtag NBA 2K20, and he left a little Facebook link right here. So I clicked it, you feel me, to see what it was about. So it brought me to this blog written by MikeWang. So basically they go over some big changes they made. One is the motion engine upgrade. Second one is handles and sauce. We know everybody loved that. You know, quick dribble moves, cross them up, drop them off, you know what I'm saying? Next one is read and react. They talk about defense, shot selections and paint defense, working off the ball, AI improvements, takeover and badges, and of course closing thoughts by MikeWang himself. So we're going to go over bits by bits of what I picked up on this. It's a lot to read, so if y'all want to go and read it yourselves, like I said, Ronnie 2K's Twitter, he dropped it 6 hours ago today. First thing he talked about was the motion engine upgrade. So in 2K18, they introduced a new engine, you feel what I'm saying? But they said that the engine surfaced some challenge that caused them to lose some control over the animation selection. So we know animations have always been a big deal in the game. Sometimes you get sucked into the wrong animation, do something stupid, it ain't your fault, your homeboys get mad at you, yada yada yada. In this 2K, from what they say, this 2K is going to take some big advances in that motion department. They said the motion team spent the last couple years developing an upgraded motion engine with the aim of finding a happy medium. And thanks to their hard work, movement in this year's 2K game has taken a huge step forward. That's some big and powerful words right there. Players have a much better sense of weight and plant their feet properly when cutting or exploding from a stand. Thanks to the addition of motion styles, you'll quickly feel the difference between a lumbering big and a quick explosive guard. The motion team spent a lot of time researching and analyzing sprint speeds and acceleration times of real NBA players. This helps us tune our player speeds to more accurately depict the speed of an NBA game, especially in the open court. So basically what they're saying is now it's going to be a difference between, you go feel the difference between a person like Russell Westbrook and maybe a person like Hassan Whiteside. Like, you're going to feel the difference when you play on them. And you kind of felt it in last year 2K, but I feel like this was going to be more methodical. This 2K is going to be really like, I feel like this 2K gonna really get it right this year. It's gonna have a lot of different stuff that, you know, makes the game feel more realistic. You know what I'm saying? Down here they talk about turboing basically, or sprinting. They said this year you'll notice a flashing yellow effect around the stamina bar when your energy drops below a certain threshold. Once you'll hit that, you quickly ramp down to a run speed and get tired much faster. So it's important this year to pick and choose when you want to explode with your first step and not abuse the sprint trigger all game long. People do that a lot online. Park, Play Now, My Team, whatever. I'm guilty. You know what I'm saying? Holding down the sprint button anytime I want to move. So now this year you're gonna have to really, you know, like I said, be methodical about when you want to really take that quick first step and when you want to just kind of chill, you know what I'm saying, or whatever like that. Next thing is handles and sauce. You know what I'm saying? Everybody love ball handler dribble moves. So now ball handlers have a contextual awareness of specific situations on the court that they didn't have before. So this is brand new. It's not in any other 2K. It's gonna be in this 2K. Pick and roll, wrap around, situational cuts, backcourt versus front court movements are a few examples of where we made the ball handler aware of his surrounding. Signature dribble styles were another key focus for the motion upgrade system, allowing us to accurately portray the myriad of move styles across the league. We added new concepts such as stop variation, dead leg punches, hezzy lifts, inverts. Cuts and first steps also vary greatly from one style to the next, allowing us to differentiate between speedsters like De'Aaron Fox and John Wall, from players like DeMar DeRozan, who move more with a wiggle. LeBron James, Kawhi Leonard, and legends such as Kobe and Tim Hardaway have signature dribble idle stands. So I'm assuming that means while you're standing still, how you dribbling, they have signature dribble idle stands, which is really cool. Magic Johnson and John Stockton set up their offenses with their unique movement, bringing the ball up court. They're not like a Russell Westbrook or Antetokounmpo who gonna push beeline straight through you and go straight to the cup. They're not like that. So different kinds of ball handlers right there. There are 27 different styles that you'll see across the league, and you'll have access to in my career to create the type of ball handler you want. Here are the list of styles. You got some generic ones: base, big, power, fundamental, quick, slasher, shifty. Now, out of all of those, I've never seen any of those in the game. Maybe big or something like that. But being a successful ball handler is so much about rhythm and change of pace. The new system gives you many tools to do that. just by using the left stick. But if you want to make your defender look bad in the process, you're going to need some sauce. This year, we're introducing a new size-up mechanic. New to this 2K. New size-up mechanic that allows you to chain standing dribble moves together in a cleaner and more realistic way. Every move is performed by one flick of the pro stick, and there are no pre-scripted sequences. Look at that. That's big. No pre-scripted sequences this year. So, from what they saying, from all of this right here, we can only go off of what they saying. Nobody has 2K20 in their hands right now, except for Ronnie and MikeWang and the 2K team. From what they're going off of this year, there are no pre-scripted dribble sequences this year. Now, when we get the game and we break it down, we see the same shit. That's a different story. But for right now, from what you see on my screen, no pre-scripted sequences this year. That is great. Players have full control over whether they want to lull defenders to sleep with a slow rocket crossover or pound the ball hard with quick machine gun style crosses. James Harden has his patented between the legs setup moves. Kyrie has an array of street ball handles. AI has his AI has his big hezzy cross, and the list goes on. The new size up really gives you freedom to create your own unique rhythm. We gotta have our own combos now. With Master, you'll be able to break off the best on-ball defenders. But when over dribbling or trying to perform the wrong moves at the wrong time, you'll see players fumbling the ball or easily getting ripped by their defenders. That's big. We're also giving players access to advanced moves, including back rapid escapes, Luka Doncic's fake step back, stutter chop steps, new sham guards, and fake sham hezzies that Will Bynum pulled out the Big Three. I don't watch Big Three, so I don't know what he did, but that sounds good. And even before you put the ball down, triple threat offense have been expanded as well with a plethora of new moves, including directional jabs, mid step overs, shimmies, and new first steps. I'm excited to see how creative the community gets with all the ball handling tools at your disposal. Ankles beware. Now, read and react, we're going to talk about some defense real quick. They said, don't worry, we didn't neglect defensive end of the floor. On-ball defenders will be happy to hear that we're providing more tools to help them lock down their checks as well. Internally, we've been calling this read and react defense. When guarding the ball, this is big now, when guarding the ball, defensive players will see a small arrow under the ball handler, indicating whether they're leaning or attempting to go. So now this is kind of a weird sentence right here. When I first read it, I had to read it like 5-6 times. Cause I understood it, but I want to make sure I understood it. So basically, when you guard, if you got a pure lockdown or whatever, or somebody with lockdown or somebody with good defense, you guarding somebody. What I'm assuming this means is there's gonna be a small arrow under the ball handle, under your opponent that you stick in, and it's gonna kind of tell you to help predict whether that person gonna maybe gonna lean for a shot or they're gonna drive. That's what I'm thinking that means. The arrow shows up at different times based on the defender's abilities, modeling the different reaction time between a poor defender and a good one. So if you like a Kawhi Leonard, let's say, for example, Paul George, two-way beast, you're going to pretty much get this frequently. But if you somebody like, I don't know, maybe like a James Harden or somebody like that, somebody who's not known for defense, you might not see this that often. You see what I'm saying? So the new motion engine upgrade and its improved defensive footwork, as well as greatly improved body ride-up systems, one-on-one battles now resolve in a much more predictable way, showcasing the differences between attacking a flat-footed defender versus a highly skilled lockdown. All right. Under the ball handler, you'll also notice the indicator ring change from a solid circle to broken up lines as the ball handler moves around the court or performs moves. The more broken up the circle, the more vulnerable the ball handler is to losing the ball. So you could tell when you could rip somebody now. Now it ain't none of that, oh, you feel me? I saw you caught back this way. I went for the reach. I didn't get it. You know what I'm saying? You can see when you should rip somebody now. To further emphasize this, we retune on-ball steals to be more predictable. So for 2K20, it's important to read what the ball handler is doing and reaching at the right times rather than running around randomly spamming the steal button. That is amazing news. That is 2K already get my money, but I'm ready to get them more money for this. Like if all this is true, you could get some more money out of me, bro. So the next segment is shot selection and paint defense. So here we talking about attacking. I found this very interesting. I have a friend who loves to be a slasher. Last year, part of my build was a slasher. So I found this rather interesting. So attacking and defending the rim was another area of focus for this gameplay team. They say they talked about the concept of shot selection a few years back. shot solutions a few years back. The basic idea in real life is that good slashers find unique solutions to get through the defense when attacking the rim. For 2K20, we've completely re-architected layups and dunks to be a fully branchable mechanic. Last year, we introduced the ability to branch from certain layup gathers to dunk finishes. Like you could do like, I guess what they're talking about is the Euro dunk. Like you starve doing the Euro, you could just dunk it. You feel me? But for layups, once you had hit that button, you was pretty much sucked into whatever animation and you just had to watch it. You see what I'm saying? That was a big deal. So this year, the new gather feature allows you to kick off an advanced gather on the floor, read the defense, select how you want to finish by gathering, redeflecting the pro stick as you take off. So for example, if you started the Euro gather and you saw defenses were closing in, you could redeflect the pro stick to branch out into a floater finish to avoid the contact. This also allowed us to introduce the concept of gather resolutions, forcing a gather into heavy traffic or forcing a gather into heavy traffic or directly into a defender will lead to jam ups. But choosing correct gathers in open spaces will let you knife through the traffic. In addition to Euro step, cradle hop, hop step, and step gather and spin gathers you have access to before, you can also perform a half spin and cross spin gathers to get past your defender. So they have some new ways, you feel me? If you go into the hole, you a slasher. They have some new ways you could, you feel me, do maybe some acrobatic stuff, chain out your shot. You're not gonna be really stuck to animations all the time. Sometimes you hit square and like you pretty much, it's a toss up. You don't know what's finna happen. Your dude could do a layup. He could do a cop back dunk. He could do whatever, you feel me? Once you hit square, it was up in 2K hands. So now like, they're trying to give the players more freedom and more creativity when it comes to laying the ball up if they're good at slashing to the hole, which I love. Just like the floor game, playing above the rim is also accompanied by a beefed up defensive counterpart. So they're basically to counter the new acrobatic slashing move that they put in the game, they up the defense at the rim. This year we captured hundreds of new in-air collisions, hard fouls, and grab blocks. I barely ever saw them in 2K. And swats to let rim protectors have their presence felt. Paint defenders who have good timing and decision making will be a force to reckon with, and you'll definitely have to think twice when heading against them on the inside. Zion Williamson, welcome to Team 2K. Post scorers can also look forward to a refreshed post game with new fakes, back downs, and moves. While post defenders will have access to expanded post body up system that will help them lock down spins, drives, drop steps, and hop steps on the other end. So post defense is at its all-time high from what they're saying. So like I said, this is good. This is all good information. Working off the ball. On the offensive side, 2K20 brings the old beloved feature, off the ball juke moves. Off the ball juke moves are coming back to 2K. We really wanted these moves to mirror the functionality of the ball handler. So not only have they returned, they also improved. The big word, improve. With simple pro stick gestures, players have access to fake first steps, spins, and stutters that you can chain together or immediately branch out of to perform flare cuts, dive to the hoop, or spot up for open J's. The moves are also broken down into 3 levels to separate elite off-ball players from the rest. So if you're not an elite off-the-ball player, you're not going to have access to all these crazy-ass moves. Combo of new moves and off-the-ball movement make playing away from the ball much more of a skill game and let you recreate the epic battles we saw Klay Thompson and Steph Curry have against the Raptors in the playoffs. Defensively, now this is the defensive side of off-ball play. Defensively, off-ball collisions were reworked from the ground up to take advantage of the technical advancements we made to our body-up system over the past couple years. If you could read where your off-ball offensive opponents are trying to go, you can cut them off and put them in a box, making it extra hard for every look. Screens, both on ball and away from the ball, were also rebuilt and feature a much better interaction between screener and screen defenders. The new content offers complete control to help defenders navigate around screens much more effectively and get in a better position without getting stuck on other players. Hallelujah, 2K. Y'all finally did it because screens were honestly broken. I abused the hell out of them playing my career, playing my friends, whatever. Play now, all that. I abused the hell out of screens because they were just broken. Let's be honest. I mean, sometimes you would screen up the center or power forward, whoever, you feel me, was supposed to be that switching defender or whatever. They acted like they were clueless. They let the power forward, the center, whoever was setting the screens completely slip to the basket. Wide open dunks, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It was just ridiculous. We're also introducing the concept of quick screens performed by tapping the set screen button. It carries a high risk reward and must be used sparingly, but can be a great tool to quickly rub You're cutting teammates' defender, slow him down just enough to help your teammate get open. You'll see loads of new additional content, including better roll fade transition, screen reject, slip, screen blow-ups, hard-hitting back wall screens. You'll also notice that AI teammates have the capability to dynamically roll/fade to open spaces, whereas before they were always sent to a static location. What more can you ask for? They literally just address damn near every issue that I've had with every other 2K. When you pick and roll sometimes, like the AI is freaking stupid. I don't know if this is just talking about for the simulation, maybe like my G and my league. I don't know what he mean by sim heads. But of course, people that might maybe simulate their game like my G and my league. But if this is a universal to all game modes, then that's really big right there. That's really big. The next step in AI. So now we're talking about the AI of the game. Our team prides itself on having the best AI in any sports game, and 2K20 continues to push the envelope. On the offensive side, check out the new dynamic freelance engine. Your teammates will create intelligent off-ball motion without ever having to call a play. Look for them to automatically run smart offensive actions for your best players, driven by the adaptive coach engine or the on-the-fly coaching, including off-ball screens and cuts. Thank you. This new system, in conjunction with the continuing evolution of ACE, I'm assuming that's the adaptive coach engine, makes running a structured offense much simpler for the masses. AI defense is stepped up in this game as well. The transition defense module has been rewritten. Also, look out for new team-specific and player-specific adjustments in the adaptive coaching engine, including Utah's on-ball adjustment to Harden's in the playoffs. So that's talking about that. Oh, that's crazy. That's talking about how they kind of play Harden on his hip or whatever. Toronto's top block deny scheme against Curry, player-specific takeover awareness, legendary team and player adjustment adds and improvements. That's some big stuff now. That's some big stuff. I ain't gonna lie. If this is all real, they really stepped up their AI. Because now they're taking real life strategies and putting it in the game. One last note on the AI. In the past 2Ks, AI has always used real player percentage when it came down to determine makes and misses. This can often lead to robotic and predictable outcomes. This year we implemented the same shot timing mechanics for the AI that player use. Wow, that's crazy. So now the AI has shot time. It's not real player percentage anymore. That's ridiculous. The result is much more human-like opponent and more even playing field. I love that. I love those words. Human-like opponents and much more even playing fields. So while you can gap shooters more often while playing rookie on pro and see them brick some open shots due to bad timing, you'll definitely want to hug up on shooters when playing on high difficulty levels to avoid getting lit up with green lights. Speaking of greens, you can now customize your shot meter to have a green flash, splash, or splat effect. What? You can now customize your shot meter to have a green flash, splash, or splat effect. I know how much you guys love customization. MikeWang, dude. MikeWang. This is the GOAT 2K. I don't care what nobody say. You could call me. I don't know what you could call me. This is the GOAT 2K right here. I've never seen this much effort put into 2K before. I haven't in a long time. I've been playing since 12. I haven't seen it. Badges and takeover. Badges have become one of the main ways a player can set themselves apart from another. We know how important they are to the game and the community. So for one of the first things we did in this dev cycle was sit down to reimagine what badges we should have in the game and how it should work. We came away with an impressive list of around 80 badges that allow players to express different strengths in various areas of the game. We put a ton of work to ensure that each badge was valuable and unique enough to cater to just about any imaginable playstyle. We've even added neighborhood-specific badges that enhance the physicality and flashy play of Playground. So they might have some crazy badges out there that just make neighborhood feel like NBA streets, dog. That'd be crazy. Takeover returns. I mean, I doubt it'll be like jumping all, but it's gonna be more flashy and more physical. So that's cool. Takeover returns in NBA 2K20. Okay, so we got takeover badges still with more content and new features. Thanks to all the feedback from the community. Another year of testing. We've tuned the takeover abilities to be much more balanced across positions and playstyles. So now the takeover ability is gonna be way more balanced. Hopefully. That's the words of MikeWang, much more balanced across positions and playstyles. There's a ton of talk about when it comes to badges improvements, so look forward to more information soon. Of course, whenever I get some more, I will be doing a video on it. We're very confident that you guys are gonna love the direction. I mean, just from these words, MikeWang, I'm loving it already. All right, that was a lot of information, y'all. So I'm gonna put the link in the comment section. I mean, in the description down below if y'all want to read this for yourselves. I wanted to quickly touch on a lot of things because I didn't want this to be a long video. So I'm sorry if I was talking too fast. But if you guys were following me that whole video, from what I just read to you, by far, if they deliver on all of this like they say, if they deliver on what they just put in the words on this blog, this will be one of the greatest NBA 2K games easily. Like this sounds like it's going back to basketball, and I'm so excited to get this game. I can't wait. We're about a month literally away from the release of this game. I cannot wait. Demo coming up in a few weeks. I need this game in my hands ASAP. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below about what I just talked about. Like I said, we just went over a bunch of new mind-blowing features in the game, mind-blowing details they added to everything. It's just crazy, man. I need to sit down and process all of this. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comment section below. Do you think 2K will really live up to what they're saying in this blog? Do you think this is going to be one of the greatest 2K? Do you think it's going to be the GOAT 2K? Like, what feature are you most excited about that they added? Like out of all this stuff right here, what are you most excited about? We got defense, offense. We got a little bit of everything they talked about. Ball handling. It's ridiculous. And they just put the cherry on top with the ability to customize your shot meter. It's ridiculous, y'all. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Please like, share this video with your friends, any other 2K fans. And please make sure to subscribe if you like my content. Thanks for tuning in. Yerp.